That line, this is Zemroy Lewis. DJ Zemroy, you can continue to play that music softly. Zemroy, I bet you don't recognize that music playing, do you? Yeah. Do you recognize who's playing it? You have no idea. This is your own band playing this music.
Check, check. My word. That's us too?
This was one time over at the place that you have now, but it was in a different name. You guys were playing just a jazzy, slow tempo evening before you went into it, you know?
Wow, wow, wow.
All right, before we get right into it, I just want to do a few more welcomes. Alicia, thank you for joining. Mixmaster Magic, welcome to the show. We're just about to get into the interview part. Zemroy the Entertainer has just been holding things down. He's been rocking the place. I had to leave the stage for a moment just to cool down. But we're ready to talk with Zemroy Lewis. First of all, welcome, Zemroy Lewis.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Zemroy Lewis, I'm going to just tell the people a little bit about you if they don't already know you. Okay. But Zemroy Lewis is a recording artist and a songwriter. And you have to correct me if I get any of this wrong. He's also the musical director of the Code Red Band.
Yes, I am.
And he is a producer.
Yes.
And just recently, he's the nightclub manager. Have I missed anything?
Yeah, you covered it.
All right, I covered it. All right, we're gonna talk about each of these areas in some detail.
Okay.
All right. Again, welcome to Netlime on the LadySong Show. You know, I've known Zemroy for it's probably about 4 or 5 years now, and actually Zemroy is one of the reasons why I've become to love reggae music. Because growing up in England, I really didn't listen to reggae music, you know. I really didn't. Oh, yeah? But when I
Thank you so much.
Yeah, when I heard that bass line, I don't know what song it was, but you were playing some bass line. I was like, what? I just couldn't believe it. But that's what got me into it. We are going to play your album, okay. The Timeless album. Yes. And before we do, just tell us a little bit about that album, and then we're going to play the second song on that album.
Okay. You want me to tell you about the album first?
Yes.
Okay. That album was released almost 2 years ago. I think on Mother's Day, our first in our annual series of Mother's Day shows. We have the third annual event coming up in May on Mother's Day, and over the years, we've been asked by our wide fan base, you know, why don't you guys do an album? You know, we have 3 producers in the band who are very busy. Myself, J Vibe, Jason Farmer, and Dwayne Hoylett, the guitarist. And but we all tour with different acts, so we're always busy. So we never found the time to come together and collab in the studio, even though we work in the studio with different entities. So that was like it was like the perfect storm. Early, what was that, 2013? It just so happened that all of us found some time and we said, you know, let us do this. And then my friend and business partner Carvel Davidson stepped in and said, listen, you guys don't worry about a thing. I'll assist you guys to make sure that you get this project done, because South Florida needs to hear some product from you.
That's right. We need it. I mean, you play for every other reggae artist that comes through South Florida.
Exactly.
And we wanted to hear something from you. All right, Zemroy, please let us hear that second track on that album, the Timeless album. Jump ahead to the second track. I want to save that one till last.
911, where's your emergency?
Give me my medication. I need some attention. Operator, I got a situation. Please help me. Send someone right away. This is an emergency. She just broke my heart in two and left me to suffer. Put me out of my misery. Send me someone over. Doctor, take this heart. I need one that feels no pain. Nurse, put me on low support. I need intensive care. Doctor, give me a heart exchange. Cause this one is hurting. Can't you see I'm suffering? You've got to do something. I need surgery right away so that I can heal. Make sure the heart you're giving me is
If you're in the chat room right now, just tell somebody we're talking to Zemroy Lewis from the Code Red Band. Put it on Facebook.
another arrow my way. I hope it comes right back at you. Cause someone's got to pay. Doctor, take this heart. I need one that feels no pain. Nurse, put me on love support. I need intensive care. Doctor, give me a heart exchange. Cause this one
Okay,
is hurting.
Zemroy. Tell us about the first event that you had to launch this this album, that Mother's Day, the first event.
Well, that one came together really, really nicely. As I said, with the help of Mr. Carvel Davidson, my business partner, we decided to make it that grand gala kind of feel, you know.
It was big. It was
yes,
big.
Yes, and I'm still so grateful to our fan base, because you included, of course, one of Code's biggest fans. You guys made it so special, and it made us feel so appreciated, because we've been doing this thing in South Florida for quite some time. We did not call in a big name. We launched our album, and it was a packed house.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was like standing room only. I remember that. It was
Exactly.
It was at the luxurious ballroom.
Exactly.
It was a dinner, and it was followed by a concert.
Exactly.
And it was just amazing. And, you know, all of the members of your band were there. Plus, you had like all of your backups and all of your...
Exactly. Because
When I saw the line of band members walking down the aisle, I was like, wow.
yeah, it was very special for me, because I got a chance to publicly thank those guys, because as I said, we have very sought after producers in the band, and they tour all over the place. So when these people are gone, including myself, we have extended Code Red family that steps in. So it was I was very glad for the opportunity to show them publicly how grateful I am for the help over the years.
Great. And then the second Mother's Day event, again, that was so packed that me, as I think there are probably one of the number one fans, even I couldn't get in. I should have got my ticket way early, and I should have got my seat early. So we couldn't actually get in. So it was sad. But tell us a little bit about that event, the second one.
Well, that one, we decided, you know, after the success of the first one, we said, you know something, we want to go all out on the second one. And we had our the second edition of our Legends Review, which is celebrating the lives of artists who have passed. We actually paid tribute to Garnet Silk, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross. There was somebody else. Bunny Ruggs had just passed. Yes, formerly of Third World. And Cynthia Slush. And there was another female. But it was and Phyllis Dillon. Yes. Tenor Blue did a wonderful job with the tribute to Alton Ellis. yes. And he brought the whole house down. And of course, our headliners were Boris Gardner and John Holt, the now late John Holt.
Right. That was such a huge event. Like I said, I couldn't even get in. But it's okay. It's all right. I mean, I've seen Code Red play so many times. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I even know what song is coming next.
True. Very true. Very true.
All right. Mr. DJ, please play the next song on this album. It's a beautiful album. I have it played in my car right now. The next track is Joe Grind. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Joe Grind. Yeah, that was written. See, right? No, but this was not written by me. This was written by Mr. Dwayne Hoylett, our guitarist, aka Shatta. Yes.
Okay.
Amazing writer. Amazing writer.
Good. Okay, let's go.
Things not going so fine. Oh girl, I think you're seeing Mr. Joe crying. Joe crying. Joe crying. I got up this morning with a smile on my face. But little did she know that I was so out of place. Cause I've been hearing from the grapevine what happened when I leave you here behind. Now it's time for confrontation. Can't waste no more time. What's the deal with Joe Grind? Don't look at me as if I'm losing my mind. Everything was so.
Remember, if you have any questions for Zemroy Lewis, put them in the chat room. We can get to them later.
Joe Grind. Girl, don't be so unkind. Everything was so fine. So fine. Hey.
Welcome, Suzanne. Thank you for joining.
For you when runnings get red. Defend you to the max when you used to get beat up by Fred. Little did you know that I know about the man you always talk to on the web. Get
all
your
right,
act together,
Zemroy. Let's talk about your early days. Let's talk about you growing up. Let's take it way back.
Wow.
Did you always have a love for music?
Oh, most definitely. My family has music talent on both sides. My mom is a great singer, and so is my dad. They're musicians on both sides. It just so happens that I am the first professional musician, first person to do it for a living.
Right.
But my dad can play. His mom, my grandmother, is also a good guitarist. She gave me my first guitar, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay. At what age did you start playing?
I started playing at 8.
At 8, okay.
Yes, I started playing at 8. I was taught by a 15-year-old.
Oh, right.
Who was my mom's student.
Okay.
My mom saw me like in a trance at church one day when I actually figured out that, okay, that's what's making that sound in the band. And all the guys in the band were like really young guys. They were teenagers.
Okay.
And 2 of them were her students. So she said she had a surprise for me.
Oh.
And she just sent me to guitar lessons with that student.
That's nice. Was that the lead, the rhythm guitar or the bass guitar?
Yes, that's my first instrument. Yes.
The rhythm guitar.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I love the guitar actually. I really love the guitar because it's what I use in my language to the other musicians.
Yes.
Bass is bass. But in order for me to be able to tell what the keyboard man is playing, I access the guitar side of my brain.
Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting. So, growing up, you started at the age of 8. How did your musical talent develop over the years?
In church,
right.
Which I think is the greatest university
when
it comes to music.
Yes.
I used to play in church. I started playing by myself, and then 2 other young guys came in, and we would share ideas, teach each other stuff.
Okay.
And as the years progressed, I think by the time I turned 16, I was recruited by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Daly into a band called Believers Gospel Band.
All right. All right.
Believe it or not, I thought I was going to be a drummer.
Oh. So you could play the drums as well?
A little. A
Okay.
little.
All right.
My mom used to play the army drums in Salvation Army.
Oh,
so
right.
I was always just really, really mesmerized by
Okay.
the way she handled it. My mom is like this meek and mild person, but when she's playing drums, it's a whole different story. I'm telling you. Yeah.
All right, that's good. So your first band was in a gospel band, and what
Yes.
happened after that?
And the story continues. I was a guitarist in the band, and my friend Enzert Beckford, we call him Booza. Yeah, he got an opportunity to go play on the North Coast, and he didn't get a chance to give us much notice.
Oh,
So he left, and there was no bass player for that night.
okay. So you filled in?
Yeah, the boss said, listen, you're always trying to tell people, no, play this, play that. Say, you're the bass player tonight. And that, if you know what, those things on the bass, those little markers on the bass, they're called frets.
Oh, right, yes.
I was playing a fretless bass.
Oh,
So it was a little bit tricky for a first timer.
yes.
One thing I can advise any musician, if you don't want to switch your instrument, do not pick up the bass guitar.
Oh.
Yes, because once you go bass, you're not going back.
Not going to go anywhere else.
Yeah, it's a sweet instrument, very sweet instrument. So started playing bass there, and years progressed, and then I migrated to the United States at the age of 21.
All right.
I came here and I didn't do any music for years.
Right, yes.
And the bug bit me in 10 years later.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So I started late in terms of the reggae side.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I started when I was 31.
All right.
But I have no regrets.
All right, that's beautiful. Zemroy, let's hear some more music. The next track on the album, which one is that now? Mr. Fix It.
Mr.
Tell us
Fix
a little
It.
bit about that one.
Very interesting. You know, the writer should be here to tell you, because guess what? The writer again is Mr. Dwayne Hoylett.
Oh.
You know something? I need to talk to Dwayne, you know, because Joe Grind and then Mr. Fix It. What is this
What
guy?
is he trying to say?
Yes,
what is
this guy thinking?
Listen, there's a story in this album here. There's a story in here.
Of course, of course. Very nice song though.
Yeah. Go ahead, Zemroy.
Repairing is my game. Mr. Fix It is my name. Whoa.
It sounds a little bit naughty, I think.
A woman is a gift from God Himself. Yes. You can treat your woman like a bottle on a shelf. Woman needs security. Yes. Or she'll come looking for someone just like me. 'Cause I'm Mr. Fix It. I fix damsels in distress. There's always a victim who needs my tenderness. I'm always fixing. I can find no time to rest. So don't you blame me, brother man, 'cause I didn't start this mess. A woman is as fragile as a rose. Sometimes need a little tenderness and a kiss upon the nose. These are the little things she looks forward to. So give her heart's desire, 'cause it might get tough on you. 'Cause I'm Mr. Fix It.
You know, the writing is very, very good on this. I mean, each song, it just flows so well, I gotta say.
I'm telling you, Mr. Dwayne Hoylett is a serious writer. I need to talk to him about that song though. Yes.
All right, so let's talk about how you met the members of the Code Red Band.
That was a serious blessing, because I was just coming into the business. I used to frequent a serious reggae stop, live reggae stop. Mr. DJ Zero is very familiar with that place. It's called Ginger Bay Cafe.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we still work there, as a matter of fact.
Right.
And I used to watch these musicians play. The guys who are in my band right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I had an interest in being a part of that scene.
Okay, good.
I went there like every Friday and Saturday and watched them play, and I was so impressed and caught up with it.
Yeah.
One night they didn't have a keyboard player, but a multi-talented musician by the name of Dave Richards. He's Shaggy's bass player now. Yes. He went on keyboards and said, "Listen, I always see you watching over there. You're a musician, right?" I said, "Come on, come play bass."
Wow.
Just like that.
Wow.
So, I was nervous, like nobody's business.
Right.
And I tried my best, but I didn't know the name of the rhythms and stuff.
Oh.
In reggae, of course, it goes by the name of the rhythm. You say, okay, answer.
Right.
The name of the rhythm.
Right.
Death in the Arena, all those different names. I want to tell you something. That night, they said answer, and I turned around and asked him what was the question. It's still the biggest joke on the circuit. But I identified that night that my problem was I have very good music memory. I don't forget whatever comes in here. I don't forget it.
Right.
But I did not know the names for those songs. For the next 2 weeks, I just called everybody. And Zemroy Lewis, the bass player, was born.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So let's talk about some of the other members of the band. All right.
Actually, you did ask me how
you met.
Right.
Yes.
So, they left on tour. All of them left on tour for with different artists. And when they came back, I was trying to start something because they left for a long time, like 3 months.
Oh, right.
So I was in the process of trying to start my own band.
Right.
And it just so happened that the 3 guys, Jason, the keyboard player, Desmond, the drummer, and Dwayne, that same songwriter, the guitarist, they just came back off tour from Europe with an artist.
Okay.
And I asked them to come by, be a part of this movement that I was trying to start.
Uh-huh.
That was actually at what we now call Negril on the Green. It was
yes.
Tavern on the Green
Okay.
back then.
Yes.
So they came there, we started playing. We played with different musicians. Every week we would use a different combination of musicians.
Right.
But when I used that set of musicians, the chemistry was just so unbelievable.
Right.
We spoke without speaking.
Yeah. Yeah. The eye contacts.
Which is what you see now.
Movements.
Exactly. And it grew from there.
Yeah.
It grew from there. We are brothers first. We are genuinely concerned about each other.
Right. You can tell that by just watching you guys and observing you guys on stage and just hanging out as well.
So that's the story about how Coded came together. Magical.
Magical?
Really, yeah.
Oh, 1 second here. DJ Magic Mel just joined the room. Magical. DJ Magic Mel. Welcome, DJ Magic Mel. We have Zemroy Lewis from the Code Red Band here. We have C-Roy the Entertainer, has been playing music all night long. So we're just talking to Zemroy about how the band was formed. Let's talk about each individual member that you have right now. Let's start with you go ahead and.
Okay, Mr. Ras Baba.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
just talk about it personally.
Yeah, Ras Baba is Could somebody please tell DJ C-Roy to stop that?
C-Roy. C-Roy.
DJ C-Roy and Ras Baba have a very special friendship. It was molded on running jokes on Zemroy.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's get that out of the way. All right. So, Ras Baba, unbelievable talent. He got that name, Ras Baba, because he sounds so much like Bob Marley.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he does the Bob Marley songs.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
He does, especially when he does that one.
Crazy Ballad.
Yes.
Yes. Ras Baba has he has helped me a lot in terms of rate of growth, because he is a walking encyclopedia. He knows so
Wow.
he's a MP3 player.
Wow.
He knows so many songs that it forces you, the musician who is playing for him,
Yes.
to know many songs.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool, Virgin. Always have a wise word for you too.
Right.
Ras Baba.
All right. So that's Ras Baba. Then we have Desi.
Desi Gaynor, Mr. Desmond Gaynor. Desi is, of course, a Hall of Fame drummer.
Yeah, he picked up the Hall of Fame award, like about 2-3 years ago, right? Something
yes,
like that.
yes, about 3 years ago. Yes, he was inducted along with Willie Stewart of Third World,
Oh, okay.
Paul Campbell, the actor,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
also Eugene Gray, the guitarist.
Oh, right.
Yes, I remember.
It's alongside some good people there.
Yep.
In fact, Eugene Gray, wasn't he on the show last week? Where's Liz? Yeah, I think he was on
Yeah.
this show
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
last week.
Nice.
Okay, good.
So Desmond, legendary. If you go on YouTube, you'll see him on all those shows with the band Sagittarius. He was the drummer.
Okay.
He's still the drummer in Sagittarius
Right.
band. So when we go on tour with Yellowman, he's the drummer.
Right.
Yes, I'm also the bass player with Yellowman. Well, now that I've taken over the garden, I can't go every time with them. So, but Desmond, prolific drummer.
Yes.
Then we have Jason. We call him J Vibe. That's the name of his label. Amazing producer.
Right.
Amazing producer, and of course goes without saying, amazing keyboard player.
Yes.
Yes, he is also a music director in his own right,
Yes.
because his resume goes as far as Kimani Marley in terms of music director. Kimani Marley, Glenn Washington, etc.
Estelle.
Yes, exactly. Oh yes, Estelle. What's the name of that song? Yes, Come Over, and there's a song with Keisha Cole. He did the track also.
Okay, wonderful.
Sent from Heaven.
Okay.
Yes.
And my research tells me that he actually had he's a 4-time Grammy nominee.
Yes, of course.
Oh, we just need him to win one, and that's good, right?
Of course.
All right, then we have the songwriter of some of these tracks on this album.
Right. That's Mr. Dwayne Hoylett. We call him Shutter. Yes. He's an amazing guitar player. He has extensive knowledge of different genres, not just reggae.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. And that's when he fuses those together.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. We never get tired of hearing him because he has his own unique way of fusing these genres together and making it sound so heavenly.
Right. All right, we just want to welcome Sasha to the chat room. Welcome all of the Netlime visitors here today. We are talking with Zemroy Lewis from the Code Red Band. We also have Zero the Entertainer playing music for us. Let's talk about maybe your newest member of the band.
Okay, Mr. Bobby Rose. This young man here, he was introduced to me by my very good friend, my brother, Gary McNeil.
Oh, yes.
We call him Squaddy.
Yes, he was here last week actually.
Yeah?
We were doing an interview with Joanna Marie.
Okay.
And
wonderful.
I believe he's the security.
Yeah. Right. So he introduced Bobby Rose to me. I heard about Bobby Rose from my friends in Jamaica. He's a popular name in the tourist industry.
Right.
Down there, on the North Coast. And but nothing could prepare me for that kind of vocal.
Oh.
Yes, because if Bobby walks into the room, he's not one of those people that is chest walking.
Right.
Yeah.
Very humble guy.
Right, he will just sit in the corner, wait until you call him or whatever. But when he opens his mouth up, you're like, ouch. Yes.
And he has a high range,
Yes.
and it goes pretty low too.
Of course. He's an amazing vocalist, and he's also one of those people who has this serious ability to retain so many songs.
Right, yes.
Yeah,
I mean, when
yeah.
you guys are on stage, you guys know nearly every song out there. It's like, wow, how do you remember all those songs?
But it helps when you have those two guys singing up front.
Cool. That's nice. Yeah, and it's what's nice also about Bobby Rose is that he brings more of the R&B and the soul to your repertoire.
Of course. He rounds things off. Ras Baba is the more edgy kind of sound, the culture sound.
Right.
You want a Bob Marley, a Joseph Hill, Gregory Isaac, that kind of vibe. Then you want to go with another genre, say this new the new sound that is coming out now with Sam Smith and Ed
Right,
Sheeran and all
yes.
that.
You can sing all of
Oh,
those.
that's Bobby Rose.
He's good, he's good. Now, you have some backup members. Of course, you mentioned them earlier. Do you want to give any of them, just, mention some of the names that kind of come and support you, maybe your instrumentalist as well?
Right. In those singers' absence, you have King Banton.
Right, yes.
King Banton and Lee Kelly.
Oh,
Those two
yes.
guys help us whenever Bobby Rose or Ras Baba can't make it for whatever reason. Because, of course, the vocal can go sometimes.
Right, right.
Yes, and so sometimes Lee Kelly and King Banton. Now, as far as bass goes, filling in for me, you would have Dave Richards and Dave Fletcher. Dave Richards from Shaggy and Dave Fletcher from Sean Paul.
Ah,
And sometimes Frank, who's formerly from Buju Banton's band.
okay.
Frank Burton.
Wow.
All three of them
Big names,
amazing
Yeah.
bass players. Drums, of course, filling in for Desi, we have Dean Pond, Mikey Ramsey, Johnny Clark, who played on some of these songs on the album also. There's somebody else on drums. I'll come back to
Yeah.
that. Guitar, now that we have two, now that we have two guitarists in the band, because Bobby Rose is also a guitarist,
Yeah, yeah.
we only have one person who subs, and that is Kevo
Okay.
from Etana.
Ah, right.
Keyboards.
Yeah.
Now it gets interesting here. Filling in for Jason, we have Maurice Gregory of Third World, Norris Webb of Third World, Peter Pan of Everywhere.
Right. Yeah, you see every
Peter
band.
Williams, some people call him Peter Pan. Amazing, legendary keyboard player. Michael Fanos and Ian. We have the amazing Ian Johnson. We call him Butter. Yeah, we have these guys filling in on keyboard. We have a real nice family. We also have on saxophone sometimes Mr. Daniel Lewis.
Right.
Notre Daniel.
Is he related to you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
You have the same Louis. I always thought he was. All right, cool. What about backup singers? Do you ever
Backup
have?
singers, yes. Sometimes we have a wide array of singers. Most recently, Anne-Marie Williams, Stephanie Buchanan, Ryan Leslie, Judy.
Uh-huh.
We have Judy, and there's another, Shauna Dazzle.
Right. So you have no lack of backup when you guys are touring, because you don't just stay within South Florida. You're touring with Yellowman, right?
Yes.
With who else are you touring with? these
Freddie
days?
McGregor,
Right.
Marcia Griffiths, Everton Bender. We move around with
Everybody.
Yeah.
So we don't even need to name them, because you tour with everybody. Anybody that comes through here, you play for them as well.
Oh yes.
All right, let's play the next song on the track, the album, My Cherie Amour cover. Everybody knows this song. Sung by Bobby Rose. Nice voice, right, Vivica?
Sometimes on a crowded street, I've been near
Zemroy. So let's talk about your studio. Is it called Zimmer Studios or what is it?
Yes, it is.
Zimmer Studios. And is it just the studio, or is it also a record label?
Yes, I have a label. That's the name of the label.
Record.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
cool, lovely.
That's where we recorded all those songs.
All these songs.
Yes.
Now, have you recorded for? I mean, I know you have recorded for other people. Tell me some of the people that you have recorded for. Some of the people that were under your label.
We have Shadrach, who's coming out. Mikey Shadrach, who's coming out.
And if it's not released yet, we don't have to mention anything. That's
okay.
not. That's not.
Okay. I have recorded artists like Tinga Stewart, Shinehead. You remember Shinehead?
Not me personally.
Okay.
But I'm sure the people in the room.
Yep. Shinehead, Freddie McGregor.
Yes, I know Freddie McGregor.
Screwdriver, Glenn Washington, Fiona Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Fiona Robinson Sterling. Wow, a lot of them. Russ Shiloh, Michael Rose.
The list goes on.
Kimani Marley.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
it's a lot of people.
Is there anybody that's out there right now that you're kind of edging to work with?
Actually, yes.
Well, it's a LadySong. No, I'm just joking.
Yes, I can't mention that. I can't
you
mention that name right
one.
now.
All right, no problem,
But
no
yes,
problem.
In another 3 months.
It's coming in the pipeline, guys. So, what kind of advice would you give an up-and-coming artist that's trying to make it big in the business right now?
First thing, stay hungry. Stay hungry. When you lose the hunger, it's time for you to try something else.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not an easy business. It's not built for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It will test you.
Right.
It will test you, and sometimes some people get tested more than some.
Okay.
You will find out exactly what you're made of in this business. But the advice I give to any young artist: stay hungry and humble.
Right.
Ego. Contrary to what most people say, I don't think there's anything wrong with ego. It takes an ego for you to perform in front of 5,000 people.
It's
you have
true.
to have an ego,
Right.
or you will just faint.
Yeah.
So I think there's good ego, which is confidence,
Uh-huh.
bad ego, which is arrogance.
Right.
So if you stay with good ego, you're good. So stay hungry and humble, and you'll be fine.
Cool. If you could change anything about the music industry, what would you change?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. If there was a pipeline between a good song and the ears of the public, that's what there needs to be better control where that is concerned, because there are so many great songs just sitting there waiting for the public's ear. But because of bureaucracy and politics, the song won't get to the people because somebody else has more money to push what I would call quote-unquote garbage.
Right.
Yeah, things that really destroy the fabric of our society.
Yes. Zemroy the Entertainer was saying something just similar earlier today.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Before we talk about the garden, let's play something next on the album. This is the Code Red album called Timeless. We're playing some of the tracks right now. The next one is Tommy.
Yes.
What's that about?
Tommy is the story of many youth today, where you're faced with temptation every day, especially when you are in need. You're in need of something, and somebody comes along with an option, which is not good. The option is really that wide path that leads to destruction.
Right.
So you're faced with a choice.
Right.
Do you stay righteous or do you take the wide path?
It's up to you to choose.
Exactly. Yeah, I wrote that song back in. That song was actually written back in 2004.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was ready to be released.
Yes.
Okay, Zemroy, please play that.
To choose.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah. say, go
Oh,
to
good night,
school,
Mishka. I didn't even see you come in the chat room. Good night if you're still there.
don't forget to pray, and the Lord will take good care of you. Hey, but temptation came his way one day. Times were hard, and Tommy had bills to pay. So when the dawn came and gave him a 9mm, he said,
Tommy, kill the boy there. I will make sure you prosper.
two roads before you, pick your choice. Two roads before
It's up to you to choose.
pick your choice. Two roads before you, pick your choice. There is hell and there is heaven. Pick your choice. So well then, poor Tommy boy so confused. The whole world to gain and his soul to lose. The pressures of life ain't no simple thing. Ooh, ooh. Baby mother taking him to court. She gonna put him on child support. Tommy needs some money, he needs it now. Right now. Now should he take the gun and go kill this man? This could be someone's dad, somebody's husband.
Okay. So, I believe The Garden is your latest venture.
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, The Garden. I've been working at that club as a musician since 2004. Yes, under the previous name. It was managed by my friend Patrick Hopwood, and we had a conversation last year, and he, decided he wanted to take a break. So I said, "Listen, I'd like to give you the opportunity to." And I've been eyeing it for a while,
Yeah.
working in a club for 10 years.
Right, you got to.
Yeah, you know every corner of the club,
Uh-huh.
you know the people, all the patrons, and so I really was contemplating it for a few years.
Right.
And then because he approached me, I didn't even hesitate.
Yes.
So I took over on November 1st.
Uh-huh.
And we've been doing some great things there.
You certainly have some great things. Okay, so Mr. Zemroy, please play the next song, Give Thanks. Anything you want to say about this track?
No matter what's going on.
Yeah, this one. This song, I wrote this song in a hurry, actually. But the words came really quickly. If you listen to it, I can't take the credit for this song.
Oh, okay.
It
All
came
right.
from somewhere else.
Yes.
No matter what's going on.
I love this song because it's a sing-along kind of song. And at the Mother's Day events, everybody just sang along to it. It was so beautiful, so touching.
No money in the bank, give thanks and praise. No gas in the tank, give thanks and praise. No bread, no rice, give thanks and praise. You still have life, so give thanks and praise. If you woke up this morning to behold the light of day, you're alive, you're not lucky, you're highly blessed. Cause others fell asleep last night and thought they'd see today. They're not here, give thanks for the day. No money in the bank, give thanks and praise. No gas in the tank, give thanks and praise. No bread, no rice, give thanks and praise. You still have life, so give thanks and praise. So often we selfishly complain, being vain.
Zemroy, Colin Classic Forbes, earlier, he told me to give you a shout out when you get here.
Nice. Yes, Colin.
All right. So what is your vision about for the the garden? You know, what have you done with it so far, and what is your vision? Anything that's in the works that you don't want to talk about, don't worry.
Well, it's a platform that we want to use to bring live music back. There's nothing wrong with today's youth wanting to buy a laptop and a hard drive and become a DJ, but the music has to be made by somebody, and we find that a lot of the youth, they're gravitating to synthesizers, to play everything, playing guitars on a keyboard, playing drums on a keyboard, playing bass on a keyboard, all of that. But to play the actual instrument, I'm using that platform to showcase live music, so it makes it attractive for today's youth. When you look at it, you want to look at it and say, just like I did, look at it and say, I would like to do that.
Right.
Yes. So that's one of the main things. But in order to make that come together, there's certain other dynamics that you have to take care of, like.
Right.
You know, making sure the place looks a certain way when a certain class of people that you're trying to get in there,
right,
when they come there, for them to really feel comfortable. Yes.
So you have a wide group of supporting people, that take care of the set design.
Oh yes.
Lighting. You want to mention any?
Of course. I have an amazing team, people who make me look like I know what I'm doing. My two sisters, Jackie and Kadeen, I couldn't do it without them.
Right.
I say it and it gets done.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm a spoiled boy, by the way. Yeah. My mom spoiled me and my sister spoiled me. So, Warren Woolry, amazing. If I say, okay, that light is too, whatever, I come back and it's done.
Okay.
These people, and they're not people just yes sir people. They're people that you come up with an idea, they put their twist to it,
right, and
it's done. Rohan, we have Brian, J Bass, Nadine, Chef Joe.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's a huge team.
Right.
It's one venue, but it's a huge team. I have a lot of help.
Yeah, and the venue has changed quite a lot. If you haven't been to the Garden recently, tell us about some of the changes, because I didn't recognize the place. I didn't even know which door to go in.
Right. Well, we changed the entrance. The former entrance is now the VIP room entrance, because we have a very posh.
Yes, posh. That's the word.
Yes, very posh, very plush. VIP room on the outside, VIP lounge, where you can also, you don't miss anything going on the inside, because we have a screen.
Big screen.
Right, exactly. On the inside, we did a lot with the stage. We brought in a lot of lighting.
The lighting is amazing.
Yes.
The stage is what? It's been risen?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we brought the stage up 10 inches higher.
Yeah.
And we put the subwoofers under the stage, so you don't see them.
Oh, that's where they are. Oh my God.
Everybody's wondering where the bass is coming from. Yes.
Yeah.
They're under the stage, and we have the drapes in front of the stage. We have a lot more stuff coming.
Yeah.
Of course, we have the little blue room on the inside now, and we have some things that we're about to do that I'm not going to disclose it. They're going to be surprises.
We have to wait and see, but it looks beautiful. They've gotten rid of the little surrounding around the dance floor. that was just like a little bit weird, but.
Yeah, I can't tell you what my staff call that little thing before we got rid of it.
It's spacious now. It's you have high tables, you have low tables. It just looks a lot better. You have a different door to go in. You have a wall where you could take your photographs. So you have lighting that's set up. It's quite amazing. If you haven't had a chance to go there, go check it out. The Garden. What's the address of the Garden?
It's 4340 North State Road 7 in Lauderdale Lakes. Zip code 33319.
All right, I'm going to say that again later on. So, what do you have going on in the Garden?
Yes.
Yeah.
On Wednesdays we have Plug and Play. Plug and Play Wednesdays, give you an idea what that is. That's like live karaoke.
Right.
So we have live musicians come to the jam, and you can come up and sing or play.
Or play.
'Cause all
yeah.
all the instruments are provided. You just come and jam. It's been amazing so far. I've seen you there, so
Yeah. I try my thing.
yeah.
LadySong.
Yes,
But the great thing about that night is that you actually are able to identify some musicians, and then you've had some of them even play for your Sunday night event.
Exactly. Plug and Play Wednesdays is now becoming like a feeder program
Right.
for Sunday evenings in the garden.
It's good.
So if I see somebody who sounds amazing on a Wednesday, I approach them immediately to try to book them for the
Right,
Sunday,
right.
and it's been working out
great.
good so far. Armageddon was my first
Right.
recruit from Wednesday.
And it's nice because it's a unthreatening type of environment. You just go up, you try something, and you have it's a fun night. And young people or people that trying to break into the singing thing or the playing thing, they get a little bit exposure without too much stress.
Of course. On Sundays, Sunday evenings in the garden, that has been amazing. The growth, it feels very rewarding because there's so much going on in town on a Sunday evening. So I'm so grateful for our fans, for our patrons, who decide to come and spend time with us on a Sunday evening. Doors open 5, the live show starts 7, and it goes up on into the night.
Until whenever. And we had Benji Myers in here last week, and he actually did his video release at the Garden just a couple of weeks ago. That was an amazing show.
Oh, yes.
And you've had people like Etana there recently, right?
Etana.
Who else have you had?
Singing Melody.
Right.
I Win. Davil.
Okay. Yeah,
it's a lot in 5 months. Yes, there's a lot that's happened in
that's
5
good.
months.
And I'm sure you have some really great people lined up to come through as well.
Oh yes. Coming soon we have Warrior King coming soon. We have Yellowman coming soon.
Okay.
We have Turbulence coming soon. We have Baby Sham coming. C-Roy looking at me, right? DJ C-Roy looking at me, right? And she's going to say, okay, Zemroy, you have these people coming. I know him. He's going to say, you have these people coming and you didn't say anything to me. All right, wait until Friday. That's what you was going to say, right? C-Roy, would you like the microphone, sir? Yes.
So other than Wednesday and Friday, do you have anything like the Friday, Saturday?
Okay, Friday is predominantly a Haitian event.
Okay.
We have our happy hour that goes from 5 to 8, and party continues until 11 when the Tropical Fridays, which is a Haitian event.
Okay.
Nice crowd.
Okay.
Nice crowd. I love their music.
All right.
Yeah, so they do their Fridays. It's amazing because we're trying to keep it diverse.
Yes. Different audiences coming through. Sure.
We're working right now on having a Latin night.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So,
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Tonight, when I leave here.
Yeah.
Tonight is the launch of College Night.
So, that's what you were working on.
Right.
You heard it here first. Thursday night is College Night.
Yes.
All right. Is that about it for the week? Yeah.
Yes. Saturday. Second Saturdays we have a nice event called Yard Vibes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you want the real yard vibe.
All right.
Second Saturday.
All right.
Yard
okay.
Vibes put on by KMD Productions and myself.
All right. Perfect. Now, let's play the next one on the album. We're just wrapping up the last few songs. Smiling Face. Oh, I like this one. This has got a good beat to it, and it's a little bit controversial, that song, I think.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead and play that, C-Roy.
Whoa, yeah. Hypocrite and backstabber. Hey. Yes, I've been disturbed for some time now. When I look around and see what those who supposed to be my friends are trying to do to me. Hey. Each time that I hold my head up,
bass.
to be the best I can be, they are the ones who try to hold me back, calling judgment down on me.
their maliciousness or be caught up in their web of sin. Cause I know there is a Jah, and with his help I know I will win. So your smiling face can trick me, your warm embrace can fool me no more. Cause I am a God-blessed picnic, and the likes of you can't hurt me for sure. Your smiling face can trick me, your warm embrace can't fool me no more. Cause I am a God-blessed picnic, and the likes of you can't hurt me for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
All right, Zemroy, let's have the next one. You Are. This is a nice song. We're just giving you a little taste of these songs. Zemroy, please play the next one. Love You Forever. Another nice, nice, lovey song. So, yes, you know what? Zemroy, tell us who wrote those few songs here. Tell us a little bit about these few.
Oh, yes, those two. Yeah, I wrote those two.
All right. Zemroy wrote You Are and Love You Forever. This one that's playing right now.
Right.
And the next one coming up. The
Timeless.
Timeless is the
Title track.
the title track.
Yeah.
All right.
La 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 la. Timeless as the words of a great love song. It warms your heart, makes you sing along. Timeless as love and laughter, heals your soul and makes it better. First love never leaves your heart, no matter who comes and goes. If you plant an apple seed, then indeed an apple tree will grow. Timeless are the things that never change: the sky, the rainbow, the sun, and the rain. Timeless are the things that never change. When we're all gone, these things remain the same.
So Zemroy, why did you call the album Timeless?
Like this song suggests, there are some things that no matter what happens, no matter what kind of new form of technology we invent, there are some things that will never change. And I find that the more timeless a song is, the less likely it is that you're gonna forget that song.
Right.
So we try to put songs on this album that people won't forget.
Okay.
The songs are about things then
Right.
that people will never forget. Love,
Right.
laughter,
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
Those things will always, when texting becomes WhatsApp and then
Right.
there's Twitter and this and that, those things change over time.
True.
But these emotions that we as human beings go through, and
Very true. Very true. All right. So if anybody wants to get hold of your music, what is the best way to do it?
okay, TuneCore.
TuneCore.
TuneCore is the best, like digital umbrella. When I say digital umbrella, iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, all of those different online stores come under TuneCore.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, the name of it is Timeless. You do your search and you get
that.
you get some nice songs.
Now, Code Red are smart, because they don't put out all their songs there for free. You can't get any of these songs. You can get 2 songs. They put out Unconditional and they put out Doctor. You can't get any other song for free. Now, let me just tell. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you put a song up on YouTube, the whole song, people can get it for free. So I would advise you, if you don't want your song to be out there for free, don't put out the whole song on a video, because you can just download the audio track.
Oh, yes.
So be careful about that if you're not aware of that fact. But you can purchase the whole CD from Amazon and all those different places. You can just Google it. You can go to your website, which is Official Code Red. And you can find them on Reverb Nation. And of course, they're on Facebook. Just Google, you'll find them all over the social networks. Anything that you'd like to say to your many, many, many loyal fans out there?
I would like to thank our fans for making Code Red what we are today, because without a strong fan base, we couldn't achieve the things that we have achieved thus far, especially our latest achievement, which was Entertainer of the Year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
By who?
Irama Awards.
Okay.
Yes, we got that last year.
Lovely,
Yeah,
lovely,
yes,
lovely.
so,
That's excellent.
When you're able to say the award-winning Code Red
Oh,
band, it
wicked.
gives it a
That's
whole
nice.
different spin. So we could not have achieved that without our loyal fans, people who follow us, not just to venues that are 20 miles or less away, but as far as 4 hours away.
Oh.
You have people who just jump in their car and say,
Wow.
let's carpool and follow Code Red
Wow.
to Jacksonville or Orlando.
That's nice.
Yes.
Have you traveled internationally, by the way, with as a band of Code Red? Have you traveled anywhere out of apart from Jamaica?
As the show band, no.
Okay.
But we have traveled as a backing band all over the place.
Okay.
Which is why we did this album, because
Yes.
we want to do that. We want to travel as Code Red,
Right.
Code Red the act, not the backing band.
Okay.
Right.
Play the next song, please. Dance Crashers. That's a cover, right?
Oh yes. Partial
Tell the
cover.
people,
All right.
Code Red Band is coming your way.
This is a Code Red party. This is a dance party. Don't mash it up, I'll say. Oh, no, no. Don't break it up. Please don't make a fuss. Don't use a knife. Take a knife and feel the You'll be so sorry. This is a dance party. You know what the man says? Say we having a party. Everyone is feeling irie. We don't want no fuss, no fight. Everyone is feeling quite alright.
All right, that's a great song, you guys. You need to get the CD to hear the whole of that song. Play the. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No.
All right. Play the final song, which is the first one on the album, Unconditionally. This song has just taken off, right? Tell us about this song.
Yeah, I wrote that one also. That song was one of those that you just put your hand down and the words just
inspired.
Yeah, it was very well inspired by
Yeah.
the way, yes.
You have to listen to the words of this song because it seems like, well, you could probably figure out what this song is all about just by the words of it.
Yes,
Is it that personal?
Yes. No, it's a musician story because
Right.
you want to be there, but the lifestyle, you're away so many times. There's so many broken promises.
Right.
You know, you really don't want to do it, but in order to pay your bills and
Yeah.
stuff. You
That's
have
a
to do
beautiful
it,
song.
yes.
You love me unconditionally, yeah. Beside every good man, there stands a greater woman. Now I don't know how good I am, but I'm sure glad you're mine. So let me take the time out to say you're appreciated. I wouldn't be so happy without you in my life. Although I don't deserve you, you give me everything. You treat me like a king. I know sometimes I hurt you. You still give me love unconditionally. A night at the movies, candlelit dinner for two, cruise.
All right, you know what? If you want to get the CD, you can also get them at any show that Code Red do. They usually have the merchandise on sale, T-shirts and CDs and different things, right?
Yes.
And finally, Zemroy, you know, it's been a long time since I wanted to do this interview.
Yes,
really.
yes. For real.
And finally, I've done this. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You've got so many things going on that I know it does mean a lot to me to have you come here.
Me too.
Good,
Trust
good.
me,
I appreciate it.
it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem, not a problem. I just want to wish you, on behalf of netlime.com, every success in all of your endeavors, the garden, your producing, your singing, your band, Code Red Band, everything. We just want to give you a lot of love, and you still got my support every time.
I know. Thank you so much. Thank you. You've been supporting me and Code Red and the garden. Before it was the garden.
True.
For years.
Yes.
And I thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. Play the song, please, Mr. C. Roy.